Back out at Trustmark Park in Pearl, Mississippi, Melanie Newman for the Mobile Bay Bears, joined by one of Mississippi and former Bay Bear pitcher Andrew Barbosa. Andrew, thank you for taking the time out of your day.
Thanks for having me.
So you started out the season with your former manager in Visalia, Robbie Hammock. You were with the Bay Bears and came in as a starter last year. Found out you would transition into a bullpen position. So kind of walk us through that.
It was pretty tough in the beginning because all spring training I was starting, and then towards the end, like the last week, they had me throwing 1-2 innings at a time, and they really had no idea what I was doing. And then finally towards the end they said, if I started I would have to go back to Visalia because Mobile stacked. So I was like, you know what, I'm fine with the bullpen. And then the biggest adjustment was just mentally telling myself that I was warm enough. Because you're out there throwing maybe 10, 15 pitches. You don't have a routine like you do when you're starting, and you take your time. And but I think that was much easier than it being opposite, like maybe a reliever trying to start. So it wasn't too bad.
Now, a lot of pitchers have noted it's almost the pace of play. That's one of the largest differences between a starting and a bullpen position. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. And you kind of set the momentum, and it's on you as far as pretty much it's the pace.
And so you were with the Bay Bears for a while and put in work with the ball club. Then you found out that you were actually going to be released. How were you told? What was going through your head?
Oh, that was tough. I was out there. I made a spot start, and then that night Cammy came to get me in the clubhouse and said that Hammock wanted to talk to me, and I went in there. And it was just them two, and Hammer told me it was out of nowhere. He had no idea, and it kind of like I had no words. I don't think I said 2 words in that meeting, and then just went home, and I told my agent, and my agent was like, "No way," and he's like, "Just sit tight. I'll try to find you a spot." And so about a week and a half goes by, and I actually got picked up by an independent ball team in Long Island, the Ducks, the Atlantic League, and I was throwing bullpens and stuff at home, but I'd rather be playing in competition. So if someone were to pick me up or call me, that it'd be a lot better like that.
And so while you were competing with the Indy Ball League, and then you got the notification that you had an opportunity to join the Atlanta affiliation, how did that come about?
I was actually at home. It was All-Star break for the Atlantic League, and I went home from Sunday to Thursday, and my agent calls me on Tuesday. He actually texted me and was like, hey, the Braves want you to pitch on Friday. Can you do that? And I said, yeah, of course. And I was like, well, my stuff's in Long Island, and my flight's not till Thursday. So he's like, you're going to have to change it to Wednesday because they want you to fly out Thursday. And I'm like, all right. So just went through that whole process, flew from Tampa to Long Island, got there like at midnight, to wake up in the morning at 5 a.m. and fly out to actually Chattanooga, where we were playing at, and to pitch the next day.
So now you've kind of come full circle. You were with an affiliated team. You've experienced the release. You've even experienced a little bit of independent baseball, which not a lot of guys end up taking that route. Now that you're with the Mississippi Braves, what does it feel like looking back on everything just in this season?
It's awesome. It's just a journey, I can't say nothing negative about the Diamondbacks. Everybody there, I've learned so much through them, and just for someone else to have faith in you and pick you up from indie ball and be like, we want you on the team, and it wasn't because someone got hurt. Actually, someone got moved up, and I was filling in his spot, and it's awesome. Just to continue the journey, trying to make it to the big leagues.
So now coming out and pitching against your former team last night, what kind of emotion was that for you?
I was pumped and anxious because it's one of those things where they know what I have, but I didn't want to get into my head too much because at the same time they're probably trying to zone in on certain things too. So I was like, just pitch to my strengths, and if they hit it, they hit it. If they don't, they don't. But I was happy with the outcome. Well,
with the win last night, you absolutely should be. Again, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Again, for the Mobile Bay Bears, this is Melanie Newman with the Mississippi Braves pitcher Andrew Barbosa. When we come back, Justin Baker will have first pitch for you.